Hey guys, this is part 2 of the WUBEN Premium X series. We're gonna talk about this stylishly different X2. Hey, welcome back to UDC channel. This is Jay. Now the flat shape doesn't really save the thickness since it's using the same standard AA size battery. Unlike some of the flat flashlight recently that are using proprietary batteries which can be really thin. What's annoying is that even though it's standard size, the batteries are not user replaceable. And what's even more annoying is that the ones in X1 are not sure why they did it differently for X2. This is a deal breaker for some people. I took a chance and will try to attempt to somehow replace them when the time comes. But it does save the length if you compare it with the two AA size flashlight which is stacked together, such as the T2 or i5T Plus or the H3 Pro, and the added runtime when compared with the same length 1AA size flashlight. The X1 does really save thickness when compared to similar powered soda can lights with more than one batteries. Let me show you the box real quick. Now, did I mention that the WUBEN logo is actually a flashlight shaped? Did you guys notice that? And interestingly, it's open this way. Wait. There's warranty. It opens up from the middle this way. Some instruction, the charging cable, and the red diffuser. Now let's take a closer look at the light itself. There's not many like it. It's really unique and stylishly designed. I'm glad that the bezel and the bottom are made from titanium. Since copper is quite soft and heavy, it would make some nasty dings if dropped. And a matching titanium flap and a pocket clip. It's using similar flap and mechanism as the X as the switch to press the button underneath, but this time it's titanium as mentioned earlier. Underneath it's pretty much the same too. Two small spring-loaded magnets to hold the flap so it doesn't flap around, and waterproof USB Type-C with IP68 waterproof rating is also inside, which is amazing with this exposed USB slot. This pocket clip has been redesigned. I think initially this design is applied for the premium metal version, then later also applied on the aluminum ones. I did remove the pocket clip at first to avoid tan lines, since this is pure uncoated copper that patina almost instantly. Okay, this is just from one day patina. With this one you can just rotate the clip so you get an even one to avoid these tan lines. Well, some of them is hard to, you have to kind of use a tool to turn it. So I took the clip off, at least until it develops more even patina. It's using the H1.5 size. Okay, let's see. Hopefully it should be even soon. Normally I almost always prefer patina, but this one also looks pretty, if not nicer, when shiny. Normally I like patina on my copper. I even forced patina some of mine, but this one, damn, kinda like it shiny. I know this is not the elegant white gloves, but anything to help my fingers off of it for a little bit, for me to enjoy it. I forgot where or to whom I speak to about clear coating it. Somebody did a post and they had to disassemble everything. Seems a hassle, so I think just enjoy it a bit and let it patina naturally first. If you're him, drop a comment below. Alright. To be honest, this square shape is not the most ergonomics and not the most pleasant thing to hold, but it's not bad with the clip installed, as it's not as squarish at the back where it touches your palm. Plus the clip is nicely chamfered, unlike the sharp body. Let's see what else. Oh, there are many edges and cutouts with the design. Although they look cool, unfortunately they are quite sharp. My son said this is nice for scratching. Yes, but if you apply a bit pressure this way, I think they will cut your skin. It's of course much better now with use, since copper doesn't really hold an edge. Now for the business end, is using 3 high CRI Samsung LH351D emitter, also in 5000K color temperature, just like the X0, with a total of 2500 lumens rating, with orange peel reflector and purple anti-reflection coated lens. And just like the X0, only the plain black aluminum is using the cool white Osram P9. It is available in several colors and materials. Personally, I think this copper looks better than even the more expensive colorful titaniums. I really like these two, and I think I wouldn't like them as much if they were reversed, brass X2 and copper X0. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. But as you know, nothing is perfect, and this is no exception. I mentioned the built-in 200 mAh battery, 2 times 14500 is non-user replaceable, and the sharp edges. Next, I think the lanyard hole should be at the back or on the clip somewhere. It makes the light non-symmetrical, especially with these tritium slots. It's not even with one being used for the lanyard hole. Same thing with the longer slots. One is longer than the other. The back, on the other hand, is actually perfectly symmetrical. They usually prioritize the show side. Now let's talk about the modes and the UI, which has some differences with the X0. First, it's missing the moonlight that I use a lot. It starts with low instead. Single click for on and off. Hold to ramp up, low, medium, high. It's also missing the slow ramp when changing modes like the X0. And it still have memory, which I dislike, but there's a shortcut to low, so it's still quite okay. Double clicks for turbo and triple click for strobe. Another triple click to cycle between strobe and SOS. Quad clicks for software lockout. Another quad to unlock. Fortunately, it still carries the special programming modes. So the same is like infinite brightness setting on the ramping and drill, plus the simplicity of the low, medium, high modes. Just by a simple click and hold while it's on. It will ramp up and blink at the top, and then ramp down, blink at the bottom. There are 3 preset slots instead of 4 like in the X0 that you can play with, each with their own range. For low, you can set from 5 to 100, medium 100 to 400, and high for 400 from 400 to 800. So it's basically infinite brightness from 5 to 800 lumens divided into 3 sections. I do wish the low starts lower, especially since it can be programmable with ramping. Why not start from 1 lumens or even lower instead of 5 lumens? I also mentioned in the X0 videos that I'm not a fan of the lockout being indicated with 3 bright blinks as you saw earlier, which is quite annoying at night. Should have just used the battery indicator instead. At least it does use the battery indicator when notifying the user that the light is being locked. Unlike the X-O though, this is kinda small. One time I thought the battery was dead since I didn't notice the blue LED indicating that the light is still being locked. It also lights up for a few seconds when turning on the light. And it's also being used as a charging indicator. Now let's see the beam pattern with these triple LEDs in a row. It's already quite an even beam with the orange peel reflector, but they are still not even enough. I might add the diffuser tape like the X3. The spill is sideways if you hold it like this, which is quite useful when walking, for example. You'll have a broader view. I think I prefer the beam pattern. For a small EDC light, I prefer flat overthrow. Oh, and I added some glow inside. I did also add to the stripes. While it looked quite good in the dark, but not so much otherwise. The copper doesn't really look good with colorful accessories. The white, however, would look awesome, I think. So I moved the glows at the back, where it's also more symmetrical. It also have this innovative charging cable that I love from the X3. I covered in the X3 video. This is a longer version that can fit around your neck versus just a wrist strap, but more portable. Really handy, nice material, and triples as a measurement tape. But this X2, even though quite small, but quite heavy, I don't think I'll be using it with the lanyard. I'll use it for something else. It also came with this red diffuser as mentioned earlier, which is handy, especially since the 5 lumens low is kinda high as a night light. This diffuser helps to reduce the output, and red is also easier on the eye. Let's just see it outside. Now let's see the X2. Moon. Medium. High. Turbo. Now let's compare the two, both turbo, X-O turbo, X2 turbo. X-O turbo, X2 turbo. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Maybe I'll get and review the X1 when I had a chance. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Bye now. I've been into copper and titanium combo lately. These two are my latest. There will be more. I'll try to review these ones soon.